Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make two really easy and really pretty Christmas wreaths. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to make both of them. Hey y'all, before I get started, listen, I said this at the beginning of my video yesterday and I'll say it again. Y'all know I live like out here in the boonies, out in the woods, and the Asplin trucks are outside trimming trees and everything. They got chainsaws going right now. So if you hear that racket in the background, I'm sorry, I can't help it. They've been out here for like 2 days now. But anyway, first thing you're going to need is a wire hanger, and with no more wire hangers. Darn it. But in this case, we're going to use wire hangers. If you don't have one of these at home, they are getting a little bit hard to find. You can find them sometimes at Dollar General. Sometimes Dollar Tree will carry them. I know you can get these off of Amazon. Sometimes thrift stores will have them available. But anyway, we're just going to pull this apart like so. You don't have to do this step first. I just find it's easier to do this step first. And then you're just going to kind of work it around until you get it into some sort of a circle shape, okay? That's what our wreath is going to be, in the shape of a circle. So go ahead and just do the best you can. This does not have to be 100% perfect. Just try to get it somewhere close. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Quit putting strain on yourself trying to get everything perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. Okay, that kind of works. So now what you're going to do is just untwist the top here like so. Voila. So we're going to leave this alone because this will stop our ornaments from flying off, kinda. So let me get the ornaments. So these ornaments came from Walmart. You get 26 for $5.98. And these are the shatter-proof ornaments. If you have cats, dogs, and 4-year-old children running around, Lordy knows you don't want to use glass ornaments. So let's get, blah, blah, Lega. Let's get this sucker open. Some sturdy tape. Y'all use their Walmart. And looks like we have a few different designs here. But if you're careful, see, you don't even have to cut this right here. You don't even have to do that. Just work your ornament down. And I'm going to try to alternate the patterns and designs. I want to try to. Okay, get this on here, and basically that's all you're doing. We're just threading the ornaments all onto the hanger until it can't hold anymore. I'm going to do that and come back. Okay, now you see how I kind of have them together? See how they're kind of fitting into each other like so? You're going to have to do that all the way around, okay? Just kind of, you know, with your hand, just kind of put them all in place. But anyway, I'm going to start filling it up and we'll come back and take a look. Okay, I used 2 containers of these ornaments, okay? I just wanted to show you all that. I used two containers of these ornaments. And now, if your ornaments pop off of the little caps here, don't worry about that. These are plastic ornaments. I mean, that's bound to happen, right? So, if you're having that problem, you can just glue the caps on. But, you know, don't get all worked up if they come off. Because I have had that happen before, and I had it happen just a few minutes ago. But anyway, I just used 2 packages because that's all the money that I want to spend on this wreath. If you want to use more packages, then, you know, by all means, you know, use more packages. But now, we're just going to take the ends and we're going to twist it together. Okay? So just bring the 2 ends together here. It's probably going to get loud because of all the ornaments. Just kind of press them together like so, and then you're going to twist your end together. Okay, so it's very noisy trying to move this around and make the video. But anyway, what you want to do, I'm just using this little pair of pliers, and then you can use the hanger here as a hanger, okay? So you can just bend it into a loop like so. And I'm trying to just tell you what to do instead of actually doing it, because like I said, it's very loud. I'm trying to be so gentle. But anyway, you see how I just bent that around? And then you can take this end here and just wrap it around right here and then cut off the excess, okay? And I'll do that off camera. But now I'm going to make a bow to go right here. So I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to move it. And we're going to make a bow. All right, actually, I just had to bring this back so I can show you how wide I make the bow. And then I'll work on this, excuse me, here in a little bit. So look at this pretty ribbon. This is wired ribbon. And then I'm just going to bring this up and say, okay, I want the bow to be this wide. Well, let's see. Let's unfold this because a little bit's folded on the end. Okay, let's make the bow about this wide. So take that and just fold it in half, and that's going to give you the width for your bow, okay? So now let me get the wreath out of here. Okay, so I cut 3 pieces of this ribbon, equal lengths. And I'm putting just a little bit of hot glue, just enough to get the ends to stick together, okay? And we're going to glue this into a loop, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other 2 pieces. Okay, so for the tail, I just cut a length, the same length as the pieces that we cut earlier, and I'm just going to kind of scrunch this up in the middle. Let's just see. I'm trying to, you know, like mark the center here. That's what I'm trying to do. I think I got the center. Just bend that. Okay. So now let's take, this is just a piece of floral wire here. Just lay your loop down. Whoop. Let's go ahead and get all of them. Where did it go? Here we are. Just lay it down. In the back of the loop on the other one, lay it down. And then take it, bend it towards you, and then back, okay? And then back again, like so. Towards you, and then back. Then on the bottom, bend it back again, like so. And you're just stacking them like this. Now, if you have difficulties with your hands, you know, arthritis, or, you know, where you can't grip very well, clothespin will really help you out here to hold all these together, all right? Just straighten this out. And then we're going to take this floral wire here. I'm just going to wrap it around and then tighten it down just to hold everything in place. And now take the tail here. Sorry, my back is itching. Just put that there, and then I'm going to wrap the wire around just to hold that tail in place, because you don't want your tail flopping around. And then we're going to tighten it up. Just twist it around, tighten it up in the back. Okay, we'll fluff it all out in a minute, don't worry. So now I took this little short piece here. I'm just going to kind of fold it in on itself. Whoa, why are you sliding around? And we're going to use this for the center. See, just kind of wrap it around that way. Just kind of wiggle it in there. And then we're going to put a blob of glue on the back just to hold everything in place. I'll put one under there as well. Okay, and now we'll just hold this in place. Okay, now that you have everything in place, now you can start to fluff out your bow. Like I said, I don't even worry about doing this until, you know, everything is glued in place, because then you're just going to squish it, and then you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to keep everything fluffed while you're working. But anyway, now we're going to fluff it out, and I'm just going to use some floral wire. You can run it right through this loop right here, and I'm going to attach it to the top of the wreath. All right, so like I said, this is very noisy to move around, so I'm trying to not do it on camera. But anyway, I'm just taking this, like I said, I'm just gonna, let's fix the tails. The tails are just all up in the way. I'm just taking the wire that I attached here, and I'm just gonna wrap it around right here. See where this loop is that we made earlier? I'm just gonna put this here and wrap the wire around it, and then that will be that. But you'll see a picture of it coming up here just in a second. And then you just straighten out your ornaments, straighten out your bow, and you're done. Then you can hang it from that loop there. All right, y'all, easy wreath number 2. We have this yarn. This is a Sparkle Chanel yarn. This is a very thick yarn, and if you can look here on the label, this is a 6-weight yarn, okay? But you can use any type of bulky yarn you want, even if it's a thin yarn. You use whatever type of yarn you want. but this particular brand came, oh, for heaven's sake, came from Walmart, okay? Its mainstays brand is Walmart, just a white sparkly kind. Now this wreath frame I used in a previous video, I'm reusing it. And it's a 11.7 inch wreath frame, okay? And this came from Joann's. Okay, so I've taken the label off of this yarn and have it all laid out over here. Now, all that we're gonna do is let's just glue down the end here. And I'm gonna hold that in place just for a second. Now, this yarn is pretty squishy. If you just leave it sitting on the table like this, it works pretty well to just wrap it around like I think that glue has set up. I think. If it hasn't, I'm getting ready to make a mess. So we're basically just wrapping this around the whole entire wreath frame, just like so. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this so I don't have to worry about that big ball of yarn over here. Because once this stuff starts unraveling, it's something. It's something. So anyway, I just kind of cut that. And then we're just going to wrap it around, holding that in place. And then when you get to the end of your yarn, you just glue the end down and then you just start another piece. And I got glue on my hand. That's all that we're doing here. We're just wrapping this around. So I'm going to wrap the entire frame and I'll be back in a minute. All right, so this is our fuzzy wreath base, and now we have this ornament. Is this not pretty? Walking in a Winter Wonderland. This came from Walmart. It was like $2.48. So let us cut the tag off. I try to leave tags on things so that I can remember to tell y'all how much it cost. And I'm not a big fan of this right here. I think it's just, why are there fuzzies in my wire cutters? I don't know. Not a big fan of this right here, so I'm going to try to cut that off. I think it's just wired on in that one spot. Nope, I was wrong. Which, I'm wrong often. All right, let me cut this off. Okay, so I think, let me see here if we can just cut this whole entire thing off because I don't need it. Someone asked me, actually quite a few people asked me where these wire cutters come from. They're just from Walmart. They're just, you know, just in the tool section. You know, they're your basic wire cutters. They are Stanley brand. I like Stanley tools. They last a long time. Let's see. Let's just trim this off here. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. So let's put that there, and then we can kind of guess as to where we're going to put our greenery. Let's see. Do I want this? I already bent this for some reason. And then that one there, and then that one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hot glue this down first just to hold everything in place. And then you can come back with some floral wire. Hold on, let me hold that. You can come back with some floral wire. Is that holding? All right, like this. And then you can just wrap it around there and just hold everything down even further. Okay, so our greenery is in place. And now I have these berries. Like I said, this came from Walmart as well. And I'm just going to cut off, I'm just going to cut off a few little sprigs here. And we can place that down as well. I'm not too keen on these pine cones being there. So you know what? I think I'm just going to cut those off. If I want them back, I can just wire them back on. I mean, seriously. But they're just all up in the way right now. There we are. Much better. Much, much better. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a few sprigs. Like I said, I'll glue this down. And then you can use your floral wire wherever I placed it. Use the floral wire and then go back on here and wire it down. So I'm going to cut some more berries and put some right here. Okay, so the berries are on. Now let's see exactly where this is going to go. Because I've got another sprig of this greenery that I'm going to cut apart and, you know, just stick here and there. So I want to see. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a heck of a lot of hot glue right here. And then we're going to stick the ornament down. Sorry, my phone cut off. We're just going to stick the ornament down. Now, this ornament is not very heavy, but if you have like one of those like cable tie mounts that you would want to put on the back of this, and then you could run a zip tie through it or run floral wire through it, then, you know, by all means do that. But this hot glue is going to work out just fine for me. Let's hold it up so you can see. Okay. Now, once this is in place, then I can really judge about where I want the other greenery and, you know, things of that nature. We have this. Like I said, now we're just going to take this other greenery and I'm just going to glue it down in there. Once again, if you want to stick it down and then reinforce it with floral wire, by all means do that. I'm just doing this. There we go. Just to kind of, yeah, then you can see a little bit better about where everything needs to go. Can't really tell until, you know, you get the ornament down in there. Let's just stick this here. I think it'll be okay. Like so. And then I might try to work these pine cones down in there. I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, I guess we could glue these down on there. I've got a handful of pine cones. We can use those. Let's see what it would look like, shall we? Nah. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. I don't want that on there. But I am just going to glue these other little pieces of greenery down. And then to hang this, you can take the floral wire and just make a loop. Uh-oh. I'm trying to look in the camera here. But like I said, to glue it down, you can just take a piece of the floral wire, wrap it around the wreath, make a loop, and then use that to hang, okay? Pretty simple. If you have like a wreath hanger, I don't think this is too thick where it wouldn't stick, you know, well on a wreath hanger. I think you'll be able to do that. But anyway, I think it should be done, and that is that. I think it looks pretty good. Now I might take a little bit more greenery and kind of go in here and go in here. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I like it. I'm happy with it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I will talk to y'all later.